Hello YouTube. It's the Arctic Piper again. So this is going to be a second review of the tobacco that DSG Piper gave to me. It is that he informed me, because in the last video I wasn't quite sure what it was. McClelland's 221B. It is a Virginia and Black Cavendish blend, and I've had some second thoughts about it, which that's what I have in my pipe right now, the 221B in my patchwork pipe. So this blend, as I said in the last video, that maybe it'll grow on me, maybe I'll get used to it. Well, I did actually. I smoked it a number of times since the video. And it's not bad. There we go. It's not bad. I think since it was like a very new flavor combination I wasn't used to, I didn't like it. Oh, also I'm drinking some black coffee out of my black mug. Housekeeping. And actually, this McClelland blend pairs very well with black coffee. Like, very well. And I think the more I smoked it, I smoked it a number of times now, because I wanted to really get used to the flavors, and I have. I think I'm sorry, the trash people, it's trash day, so the trash truck is behind the fence over there where I'm doing my filming. So I'm sorry if I have to talk a little louder. But if I smoke this slowly and carefully, I can really enjoy it. Also, smoking it out of a longer stem, or you have a long shank, and this is a long stem. This pipe wasn't meant to be like this. It's supposed to be a Love It. Now it's kind of like a partial Warden, It's pretty cool. It's my patchwork pipe. It's like two different pipes put together. I think every pipe smoker needs a patchwork pipe. Here's my dog. Hey, doggy. Ooh. She's saying hi. You down there? Oop. My dog. Sorry about flipping you guys around. Dog wanted to say hi. She's done drinking my water, so I set my coffee, away, so she doesn't get tempted to drink my coffee. But no, so the McClelland's 221B, and a more educated review today. It's not that bad. I mean, again, I'm still not gonna say it's my favorite blend of all times, but it's not bad. It's actually a pretty pleasant smoke. Pretty pleasant. What it reminds me of is kind of like flapjacks with maple syrup. I definitely get that kind of like mapley syrup kind of vibe. I think it's because I'm drinking coffee with it. But it's not bad. Mapley syrup. Now some of you who've smoked it, the McClelland's 221B, you're probably saying, oh, it doesn't taste like maple syrup to me. Well, that's what I'm getting out of it. Getting maple syrup vibe. Which is good. I love maple syrup. And not like your kind of like basic, you know, store-bought mainstream kind of a really sugary syrups, but like 100% natural maple syrup. You know, it's pretty pleasant. So I think in this more educated review of the McClelland's 221B, I would say, especially if you're a new pipe smoker. I'm not really a new pipe smoker. I've been smoking for about 4 years. But as you probably noticed in a lot of my videos, I don't try a lot of different blends. I kind of stick to what I know and what I like. I just kind of smoke that for ever and ever. Again, I'm not very adventurous, but this isn't bad. I think you just need to get out of your comfort zone, especially, yeah, so if you're a new pipe smoker, you're going to have to try a number of times. You won't like it the first time, like I explained, but just set it down for a while and come back to it. Try it again. You maybe like it a little better, but still, not very much. Put it down. Try it maybe in a week or so. Try it again later. And I think the more that you try it, the more you will process the flavors better and actually kind of understand what the blend is supposed to be. I remember when the first time I smoked it, I was like, ooh, I feel like I'm smoking like a cigarette or something, but it's not that at all. It's definitely, you have to really, try it. You have to try it a number of times. And yeah, you won't like it the first time. It's definitely a blend that it's not that you can attach to easily, but it's something that you can grow to love. I haven't quite got to the grow to love it. I don't like love it, but I'm enjoying it right now. It's not bad anymore. Went from not my cup of tea to a cup of tea I'll have ever so often. Not my favorite, but definitely a cup of tea that I can enjoy. It's a beautiful day today. It was really sunny earlier in the morning. I was like, oh, I can make a video. But the clouds came in. It's not raining. It might rain soon. It was kind of raining the past couple days. So I wouldn't doubt it if it rained again. And yes, I'm wearing bowler hat. Um, I didn't really quite plan that. I was like, oh, I might wear one of my crazy hats today for my video. But actually kind of worked out well since this is a 221B. It's supposed to be the blend that Sherlock Holmes smoked. This isn't a Sherlock Holmes hat, but it's kind of like a Watson hat. I think Watson was a bowler hat wearer. I don't know, I've never read any of the Sherlock Holmes books. I would like to. I might get into it this summer. But I've seen, some of the various, BBC TV shows throughout the years, and that he sported a bowler hat in some of them. Always it depends on. There's so many different variations of producers who made Sherlock Holmes. A lot of different variations there, which I enjoy. I enjoyed the movies too. Yeah, I think Sherlock Holmes or Watson or a bowler in a number of movies, but I wasn't planning that. It just happened. I wasn't thinking I'm going to wear my bowler hat because of Watson, because I'm smoking the 221B. But worked out that way. I don't need to relight it. It's still puffing. But yes, back to hats. Besides pipe smoking, I enjoy hat collecting. So I have a bunch of various different kinds of hats. This is just one of them. I also have a top hat. I might wear my top hat in one of the videos. Top hat would be pretty cool. I feel with the top hat, I used to have, for my pipes, I used to have this long clay tavern pipe, back in the day, like the 1700s, what people used to smoke, like in the taverns, those long white clay pipes. I used to have one of those. It was actually my first pipe. Sadly, it broke. The clay pipe broke, which I'm really sad because they're actually pretty hard to find. They don't sell them anywhere here where I live. They're not on Pipes and Cigars. Maybe they sell them on Smoking Pipes. I'd have to check, but I really doubt it. It's not really a popular pipe. You're like, oh, I want to get myself a tavern pipe. It had some issues, though, smokability-wise. Again, it was a long church warranty, So you had to get really super long pipe cleaners, and a lot of times bits and pieces would get caught in it, and it would just, in the hole at the bottom, where the smoke comes from the bowl into the shank right there. It was drilled right at the bottom, which is not a very good place at all. So, again, it was probably more so, it was a good thing for, like, a decoration piece, like something you would put on, like, the mantle. It's like a mantelpiece decoration. But if I still had it, it would definitely go well with a video with a top hat. It'd be very Victorian. But, bowler hat. Right now I'm reading a book, actually. This is going way off topic, but I finished my review. You guys got it, the 221B. I've grown to like it. It goes well with coffee. It tastes like waffles. Bowler hats. I'm reading this book currently about Alaska history, and it ranges from like the 1880s to like the 1920s, that era, so kind of like the Yukon Gold Rush. And there's also really good pictures of the time. You see guys, during the gold rush, they're wearing these hats, they're wearing a bunch of other different crazy hats. That was kind of a time where, men were expected to wear hats out and about, and if your head wasn't covered, it was, very taboo. It's kind of part of the men's uniform, you know. But your styles change, things like that. Like today, the hat of the time is kind of like the baseball cap. It's kind of like the general, like every man's kind of hat, It's like the normal hat that you would wear out and about. Or beanies, especially younger people like me. People in their like teens and 20s wear beanies. Maybe because it's also like cold in Alaska, so it's kind of like, knit caps kind of thing. Well, this is a wool hat, so it actually keeps my head pretty warm. I can see why, men would wear it coming up to Alaska around the turn of the century. But I kind of get nerdy about like random history junk, like history of hat wearing and pipes, actually. What always fascinated me about like looking at the old pictures of like the Klondike Gold Rush and things like that is like a lot of men were smoking pipes. I was kind of like, like a lot of guys. Cause that was kind of like before cigarettes were a thing. Like, guys would smoke, cigars or pipes. That was like your choice, between the two. And I think the pipe was like your kind of go-to thing. They smoked all the time. You smoke a cigar ever so often. When cigarettes came around, I believe that was more of a feministic thing. Like, only girls really smoked cigarettes. And I don't think it was till, like, the 1920s when guys started picking up on it. So that's a little history for you. I guess a little more about like pipes and like history. My mother, she was down in Kodiak Island. You can go look at a map. I live in Anchorage. She went down to Kodiak Island for a weekend for some kind of conference, and that's a big fishing town, and it always has been. So she said that she was going like beach combing and things, and what you find a lot of times are old fragments of clay pipes. And I can see why that would be a thing, because especially if you're like a fisherman, since clay pipes are cheap, easy to make, you can make a bunch of them. When you're out fishing, you can be smoking, your clay pipe, and it could fall overboard, which probably happened a lot. You're doing your fishing. It's a very hard, laborious work, and pretty dangerous sometimes, depending on the weather conditions. And so if you're like, smoking your pipe while you're fishing, a lot of times, big waves, whatever, might fly out of your mouth or your hand or whatever, and go into the sea. So that's pretty viable if you're a fisherman smoking a clay pipe, since they're like cheap and easy to make. And they probably went through a lot of them. So that's pretty cool stuff. Again, it always fascinates me. Little bits of history, especially like history here in Alaska. We have a very rich history. I think, smoking a pipe like this, it really it helps me connect to some of that history, especially that timeline that I'm really fascinated with, kind of like around the turn of the century, 19th, 20th, early or later half of the 19th century, early half of the 20th century. So, very cool stuff. But again, now I'm starting to ramble on about history, so maybe we can do another video about that, since I kind of finished up my review. So, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Yeah. Love to see you soon.